appreciation for the foreign exchange markets. It's the largest financial market in the world. Roughly $5.3 trillion a day are traded in the foreign exchange markets. Ladies and gentlemen, that makes it 10 times the size of the New York Stock Exchange. Right? Now, the way it works is even simpler. In the world, we have countries. These countries have currencies. The currency has a value that's dictated by the economical situation that's currently going on. So things along the lines of commodity prices like oil and gas, special events like the Olympics and the elections, things like wars, they're going to go ahead and fluctuate the values of these currencies. Now, previously, the only people that were trading when this first started were extremely large hedge funds, big banks, and extremely wealthy individuals with a lot of capital. But we're part of the most socially connected generation that there's ever been. What does that mean? We have access to what's called online brokers. These online brokers not only secure our money, but also go ahead and give us access to every currency pair in the world. From there on out, because of that, we're able to go ahead and trade from the comfort of our homes and the comfort of our phones. Now, iMarkets Live was created by Mr. Christopher Cherry going on 4 years ago now. And what he did was no easy task. He went ahead and he brought Wall Street to the mainstream. Essentially, he created an educational platform that was going to cut the learning curve for the average individual. People like you and I can now trade without having to pay $500 a session to learn. $10,000 for a 2-week course, $5,000 for a 2. People like us now have the opportunity to profit from the comfort of our homes. And that was extremely attractive to me because that's exactly what it was that I was looking for. So if you're working a full-time job tonight, if you have a full-time family, if you're going to school full-time, whatever the case may be, you have the opportunity to make some full-time income on a part-time basis. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start sharing this. I'm the type, I like to get down to the meat and potatoes. You guys down for that? No fluff, right? All right. Let's get straight to the meat and potatoes. How can you earn money? How can you make money with iMarkets Live? You see, with iMarkets Live, we cater to 2 types of individuals. The first type of individual that we cater to is the type of individual that says, I may not have the time for this, right? I disagree. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. But for argument's sake, we're going to cater to that individual. For the type of individual that has a set it and forget it type of mentality. The type of individual that just wants to invest, and that's it. We cater to that. What we have here, some people will call it the auto trader. I don't like to call it the auto trader because that kind of insinuates that it's some sort of a robot, right? What we have here is 100% hands-free mirror trading service. There's no trading experience required. You see, we have a portfolio of traders ranging anywhere between low risk, medium risk, and high risk. These traders lift the finger to make the money. Now, by no means is this a get-rich-quick scheme, because the suggested allotted time for one of these accounts is anywhere between a 10 to 12 month span. But what we're seeing on average, and don't take what I say for granted. Don't. If you guys are writing notes down, fxsignalslive.com, do your research. Documentation beats conversation 10 times out of 10. Yes or yes? Yes. Awesome. So what we're seeing on average is roughly a 60% return of investment in a 12-month span. Now, again, this ain't no get rich quick, but this is the first time that I'm watching equity work for you rather than against you in this industry, and that's what makes it so attractive. You're spending time with the family, hands-on. You don't have to lift a finger. In school full-time, you don't have to lift a finger. Working on the business, you don't have to lift a finger. This gives you the opportunity to allow those that are doing it best do it for you, right? Outsourcing, in essence. Now, that's the first type of individual that we cater to. The second type of individual is the type of individual that wants to become a self-sufficient trader, right? Here with iMarkets Live, you don't have to be a Forex guru, a genius. You don't have to sell anything in order to make money or profit within the foreign exchange markets. That's the beauty of what it is that we have here. We give you the opportunity to learn while you earn. One of those products that we provide, IML Signals app called Swipe Trades. Everyone has a smartphone in here? You can currently download this app at the App Store if you have an iPhone, or Google Play if you have an Android. And with this application, we have a trader, a master trader that's been trained and handcrafted by our CEO. And he's going ahead and he's analyzing the markets throughout the day. He sends you a notification to that application, right? You open up the notification. It's as simple as swiping left if you decide not to take the trade, swiping right if you decide to do so. So you swipe, you copy and paste, and you manually execute it yourself. You don't have to be a Forex guru, a genius, or sell anything in order to profit. Look at this. He's going to show you a technical analysis breakdown. Simple way of saying that is what he saw on the graphs. Then he's going to show you exactly what pair you should be trading. In this scenario, it's the euro and the US dollar. He's going to tell you when to jump into the trade, what your most profitable zones are going to be, and exactly what it is that you should be risking per trade. He's literally doing the research for you. You take the trade if you decide to. Now, step number 1, you download the app. Step number 2, you receive the alert. Step number 3, you get the latest trade. Or excuse me, step number 4. Step number 3, you get the trade alert. And step number 4, you're going to get the updates for the trade alerts. It's as simple as that. We all have thumbs, we all have smartphones, let's make money together. Fair? Yeah. Okay. You see the markups, you copy and paste it, and you profit. Sounds good? Alright. Now, a little bit earlier I spoke about our CEO, Mr. Christopher Terry. He's good. And I don't just say that because he's my personal mentor. I say that because it's documented. He is really good at what it is that he does. You see, learning from him is very equivalent to learning basketball from Michael Jordan, learning golf from Tiger Woods, learning soccer from Messi. You see, about 3 to 5 times a week for about 5 to 10 minutes, he goes ahead and he analyzes the market, sends us a video of exactly what it is that he sees and why it would potentially be an amazing trade to get in on. He's doing the research, you're taking the trade if you decide to, but understand you're receiving these trades from a multi-millionaire that made his assets and the vast majority of his money through the foreign exchange markets. So once again, you don't need to be a Forex guru, a genius, or sell anything in order to make money within the foreign exchange markets by utilizing iMarket's live education. Now, the harmonic scanner. This is a different PowerPoint that I'm used to using, so bear with me, guys. But the harmonic scanner. You see, in Forex, the reason we're looking at all these graphs, lines, charts, it's simple. We're looking for a pattern. The reason we're looking for patterns is patterns very similar to history tend to repeat themselves time and time and time again. So when you can recognize a pattern, you can recognize what's going to happen next. Fair? So, with that being said, there's one pattern that has an extremely high accuracy called the harmonic pattern. The harmonic pattern is a 4-step process. A to B, B to C, C to D. On the 5th step, we're almost always able to predict and then confirm exactly what it is that's going to happen next. So you can calculate exactly how much you can potentially risk or potentially make. From there on out, minimizing the risk and allowing you to maximize your profits. You see what that is? That's proper risk management. And with multiple confirmations throughout the day, it's almost impossible not to make money. Right? Now, this service specifically is analyzing the markets 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. No matter what, whether you're sleeping or not, you're going to wake up and you're going to see potential trades for you to get in on. Now, let's go ahead and go to IML Academy. IML Academy. You see, in life, you can strip me of everything, but you can't strip me of my experiences and my knowledge. Here's the thing, if I strip you of these products, you're no longer profitable. And if that was your sole intention, we have the opportunity for you to do so. If you just want to be able to copy and paste and not learn the skill set, if that's your sole intention, we have the opportunity for you to do so, great. But my intention, because like I said, I'm transparent with my intentions, I want to help you guys become a self-sufficient trader. I want to teach you guys how to take this skill set outside of here, outside of just what it is that we promote and produce for you guys. I want you guys to obtain that knowledge because that's what it is that you're going to pass on to your families. You're not going to pass on the harmonic scanner. I mean, you should be able to. But nonetheless, that's what it is that you're going to give your family, that knowledge. You're going to provide that knowledge for them, and that goes a long way. So my intentions are for you to have the opportunity to become a self-sufficient trader. With IML Academy, we do just that. We provide basic, intermediate, and advanced training on Forex, how to utilize the harmonic scanner, which we just went up. So we give you the tools and we teach you how to go ahead and use those tools so you can build an empire with. We're going to teach you how to profit. We're going to teach you Forex terminology. We're going to teach you the skill set of Forex. We're going to teach you how to obtain a proper mindset when it comes to trading. Because all real traders, all good traders know for a fact that trading is 80% mindset and 20% skill set. Okay? So you get to become a pro by learning from the pros that have created this academy and seeing the results that you're looking for. Now, IML TV. That's where the money's made. This is where the money really is made. You see, when I first found out about Forex, I immediately went to YouTube University to learn. I feel that YouTube has absolutely everything you can need in order to learn. I'm going to YouTube, I'm not paying money. Because I was looking into places, and like I said, they were charging $500 for a session. They were charging $1,300 for a weekend course. You know, it was some hefty income that I didn't have. So I immediately went to YouTube University. That was a no-go. Let me tell you, that was a no-go. There was no productivity that happened from there whatsoever. Then I decided to go ahead and take the easy way out and have someone trade my money for me. Well, I'm safe to say I lost it all immediately. I got scammed. So here I have a nasty taste in my mouth for Forex, but I wanted more because I still had the idea that I could trade my money for money rather than my time for money, right? If I get knocked down 6 times, I get up 8. That's just the way I am. Here, I knew for a fact with Forex, I needed a mentorship. This wasn't something that you were going to learn from YouTube University. This wasn't something that you're going to learn from a books in Barnes & Noble. You can, but you're going to lose a lot of money. And the purpose is to make money, not lose money. This isn't a losing money seminar. So what we do is we provide Forex training around the clock in multiple different languages from professional experts that are trading live right now. So we cater to every time zone. We cater to every schedule. We cater to every ethnicity. You have the mentorship that you need from several different educators that we provide here with iMarkets Live. And the best part about it, if you look over here, there's a chat box. It's extremely interactive. So it's not just you listening to them. You can ask them questions, get those questions answered. I mean, I'm watching people pay their bills on this thing. Day in and day out. It's not a theory. It's proven fact that what it is that we have here works, right? So here, what I want to do is I want to show you, you have what iMarkets Live is, right? An extremely prestigious university. We want to talk about the Yale of Forex, the Harvard of Forex. The services that we provide are very similar to the textbooks that you receive, right? The educators are very similar to those professors. You listen to your professors, you study your textbooks. It's almost inevitable that you're going to make money here within iMarkets Live and be able to profit within the foreign exchange markets. So let me ask you a question. If I could show you how to get this for free, who would want it? Okay. That's exactly what it is that we're going to do here. I'm going to teach you guys how it is that you can get this for free. Free means anything you make on top of that is profits. And I think that we can all agree that profits make sense. Yes, yes?
Yes.
Awesome. So the next gentleman that I'm going to bring up right now, and make sure he's in the room. The next gentleman that I'm going to bring up right now, I've had the opportunity to build an organization of over, remember, my intentions were not to be doing this. My intentions were to learn how to trade Forex. Once we learned that these products work, we decided to build this on a massive scale. And the reason we decided to is because I wasn't forcing a health and wellness product down somebody's throat or convincing them that this service can help them, save money. I wasn't selling anybody on anything. I was providing education regardless if they sign up or not. I'm making my money through trading, right? So the intention is different, right? So when Jason Brown and I decided to lock arms, we had been in the same company for about a year before that. Then he contacted me, had me flown out to Baltimore. I sat down with him with our previous company, and immediately, the reason I joined the company wasn't because of the company, it was because of who Jason was. I immediately knew that for the first time in my life, I had a running partner. Somebody that was going to look after me, somebody that was going to care for me, somebody that was going to make sure that I succeeded. So I decided to lock arms with him. We built a pretty nice organization, and then we found out about trading, and I completely lost track of health and wellness. I was like, there's no way I'm doing this, man. There's nothing you can do to stop me. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to stop you. Let's find out about it together. We embarked on this journey, and we decided to use these products for about 60-day span. We used these products, we back-tested these products, and they worked. And we watched individuals succeed, our peers succeed, our family succeed off of these products, and I immediately knew that we had to launch this, right? So my intentions were not to do this at first, but intentions change when the results change. Fair? So what ended up happening was we ended up building up an organization with the help of beautiful people, of over 8,000 individuals that are fired up about this, that are excited about this, that are customers. Beautiful thing is, 70% of them aren't even going ahead and building the business. They're just using this product, making money, and excited that they could turn their cell phone into an ATM. So the gentleman that I'm going to bring up, understand that his intentions are not to sell you on anything. We don't need that. His intentions are to simply educate you and guide you in the right direction, the same way he's done for me, to help groom you in the areas that you could possibly need it, and to teach you a better method to making money than we currently are doing right now. Or maybe
good, I'm excited. I think gets me every time. Man, I'm excited to be here. Who's excited to be here? Woo! Who's excited to make some extra money?
Yes!
Beautiful. All right, just like for a second, I was like, man, I got to make sure I'm in the right room. We got to double check sometimes, guys. Real quick, I don't like to talk about myself. Some of you guys know that. I think it's kind of weird. Some people always talk about themselves, right? I'm like, listen, I'd rather talk about what we can do to help you. Does that sound better? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's kind of what I see as a trend that's starting to happen around the world, is that there's two types of people. There's people who watch constantly negative news and then talk about everybody else's problems. They want to know where Beyonce went shopping today, what Donald Trump said or didn't say. And I'm going to be honest, the other type of person is just worried about the future, right? What we can do not only for ourselves, but for the service of others. And so what we're looking for tonight are two different types of people. Number one, individuals that want to use the products and services to create a better financial future for themselves and their family. That's number one. And number two, we're looking for leaders, because we can't as individuals help everybody, but everybody can help someone. So if you're one of those two types of people, you strolled into the right room, and I appreciate you. Now, before I get started, I want to give a huge round of applause. First off, to Mike and Marlene Stotts for helping us get this. I got the opportunity to meet a lot of great people from this market. You know, I grew up in New Jersey. When I moved down here in December 1st, actually, in 2015, I didn't really have any friends besides Matt, his fiance, and some of their friends who became mutual friends over the last year or whatever it may be. But iMarkets Live is actually giving me friends all around the world. I'm getting on a flight tomorrow to go to Trinidad, and I have like 1,000 friends in Trinidad. And there's like 1,300 people going to be in a room excited about IML. But I got the chance to meet Mike and Marlene probably 3 months ago? No, 2 months ago. Gentlemen, some of you guys know Mr. David Imaditie, who's become a great friend and a mentor for me. David has become a financial mentor, a business mentor, and a spiritual mentor for myself and a lot of people in this room. And so David actually opened up the gateway to the Stotts, and they're phenomenal. They've added a lot of value. And you know what I love? I love being around people who have good energy. I do not like being around people who have bad energy. I usually just don't get around it. Does that make sense? You know, nobody wants to be around people who are always worried about everybody else's problems and all the problems. We want to focus on what's good. That's right. Right? And so the other person I want to give a massive round of applause for is one of my best friends, my business partner, Mr. Matthew Rose. All
right.
So I just want to make this clear. This isn't like a, I'm a better speaker thing. Like we just switch it up. Sometimes he goes first, I go second, or I go first, he goes second. Some of you are like, oh man, Jay must be the better. No, that's not how it works. Matt and I work together. Obviously, I'm better at some things. He's better at some things. But that's really why, you know, through our business journey, we've decided to become business partners. Because again, if you have a big vision, it's hard to do it by yourself, which is why I believe in building teams, and that's why we're here tonight, right? Like I said, there's two types of people, but I'll tell you right now, there's not that many people who want to be trading Forex by themselves, right? It's kind of boring, right? When I first saw Forex, I'm like, man, this is a really introverted type of thing. You know, I just sit in front of a computer all day and trade. Listen, if I can make money, I'm not going to knock the hustle, but if I can do it with other people, it's fun to get a swipe trade. Yeah. Who got a swipe trade today? Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we're in a little bit of drawdown, but who got the swipe trades on Monday? Because I did it. That was super lit. I made $155, which took me 90 seconds to copy and paste. And I make a lot of money, but I was more excited about the $155 than any money I made in a long time. Swipe trades. So, listen, we do things as a team here, and you know, we really have a big vision for this market. Right? We really want, especially because we live in this market, all of us, we want to be able to help a lot of families. You know, what I've realized about South Florida is that this is a melting pot. You know, I grew up in the Northeast, which I always thought, listen, New York, melting pot. I believe this is the bigger melting pot because you got people from the Caribbean, people from Africa, people from South America. We started with the business. We started promoting on January 15th. That's when we really started to bring customers to the table. So we're talking about 13 months. And right now our business is doing over $1 million a month in sales. We're close to 9. The vision's big. But here's the craziest thing. right? We've got thousands of customers around the world that speak tons of different languages. But inside of the marketing opportunity that I'm about to show you guys, we've helped probably, if I had to guess, where I'm going to get a report soon, as I'm really curious, probably close to 1,000 families get around the world getting these services for free. That's a bigger accomplishment than over $1 million a month in volume, to be honest, for me. That makes me happier that we're able to give somebody a financial service every month that costs them $0. Is that exciting?
Yeah.
Can we clap?
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. We've also, on the marketing side, been able to help a lot of people earn some extra income. There's people in this room who are earning an extra $600 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $2,000 a month. The stocks are earning an extra $5,000 a month, just from sharing this opportunity with others. So the first step here with IML is that we give every single customer a referral link. What you do with it is up to you. If you choose to use it, great. If you use it and you get 2 customers to say yes, your services the following month are free. So let's say today's March 2nd. You now have 30 days, okay, to get 2 referrals into the business, and on April 2nd, your services are free. So we're talking about swipe trades for free, fusion trade, everything free. No back doors, no gotchas. You bring 2, you pay 0. Okay, is that exciting?
Yes.
Cool, I think so too. So that's always the first step. If you're here tonight, you get started, and then maybe one of your goals, and some people say, Jay, I just want to trade. I tell people later, and I'm completely cool with that. 80% of our business is customer only. I'm actually really cool with that. If you want to come in and trade, great, because I know what's going to happen in 3 to 4 months anyway. Trust me, I get the text all the time. Man, I'm ready to tell. I got 5 friends. I thought you weren't going to tell nobody. I know how it works. So at the end of the day, I would actually love for you to walk up to me tonight and say, I'm ready to become a customer. Okay, I'm ready to become a customer of IML. But if you see the vision, whether it's now or later, I told you guys we can't help everybody, right? But everybody can help someone. So what we're looking for in this market is leaders. People who are going to lead. People who are going to sit down with the newest customer and show them what to do. People who are going to learn the system and teach the system. So if you're a leader, raise your hand. Okay? If you're a leader, but maybe you don't want to be a leader in IML, raise your hand. I should see every hand go up. Every hand, please go up. Please. Okay. Listen, everybody's a leader. Everybody's a leader. We gotta get everybody in America in a leadership mindset as opposed to being on the other side. We're working on that. So, look, I'd rather have J. Paul Getty, right? So I'll tell you guys how relevant this quote is, because this one smacked me right in the face. J. Paul Getty was the first documented billionaire. First ever. So whatever he says, Jason's listening. Okay? Because when people have made more money than me, I listen. Because there's always something you can learn. John Paul Getty, first recorded billionaire. He said, I'd rather have 1% of the effort from 100 men than 100% of the effort of my own. It's powerful. Because when we work in teams, great things happen. Listen, some people get the credit. We're going to give the credit to Christopher Terry at the end of the day. Because he's the guy who's the visionary. He's the gentleman who allows this to happen. His selflessness allows this company to have a massive payout and an unbelievable platform for 195. Unbelievable. But you think Steve Jobs built Apple by himself? You think Bill Gates built Microsoft by himself? Mark Zuckerberg? No. You think Jesus built religion by himself? What? That's a skill set, right? As you get better, it gets better. Everybody's like, yeah, that's good. Because you built that through time. That's what you're going to do here with IML. So I have the full confidence that you've got what you need to have success. You've got the tool belt, what I call the tool belt for Forex. And if you want to build a business, identify yourself as a leader so we know who to work with. Okay, we know who to, give that extra little bit of love to. We know who to give that extra little bit of maybe that one tip, that one secret that's going to help you guys go to the next level so we can help your family create $600 a month part-time. Okay, that's the goal. To help hundreds of families, then thousands of families, especially in the South Florida market, create an extra $600 a month part-time. That's a big deal. So, guys, thank you for coming out. We actually have a good friend of mine who I'm excited to have here in the market as well. His name's Ralph. Unbelievable. So let's give a hand for Ralph. Who's in the back. Ralph, you can come on now. If you see the cute little girl with a little what is that thing called? A bucket hat? That's Ralph's daughter. So Ralph is a father, pastor, and a trader. He's a good friend of mine. So let's give it up for Ralph again. There you go. Look, we're gonna take about 5 to 10 minute break. Okay, we respect your time. We're gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break, but there's a bonus when you guys come to the West End. Yeah, the bonus is that we're gonna give you some Forex 101. We're gonna give you guys kind of the trampoline, if you will, to give you a little bounce when you leave here tonight. And now you go into IML, you start using the products and services, and you got a little jump start, right? It'll give you it's like a cheat code in the video game. You get a little cheat code tonight. So Ralph's gonna go through a Forex 101, let's say 10 minutes from now. What I want you guys to do in that 10 minutes is get your questions answered. Do we have applications or no? Okay, perfect. 2 options. If you're ready to get started tonight, right now, grab an application, get back to the person who invited you if they're in the building. If they're not, get their referral link and get started. Yeah, that's simple. Everybody start off as a customer, and then remember, you can upgrade to an IBO when you're ready. When we start everybody as a customer, become a part of the product. We'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes for the Forex trading. And one last announcement. So, he's excited. This is a $10 million lottery ticket. Now, all right, so there's a special guest coming to South Florida this coming week. All right. 2 weeks. I'm not good. All right, so let's just give the date. On March 16th, there's a special guest coming here to South Florida in this exact hotel. His name is Mr. David Imonitier. So for those of you guys who do not know David, obviously now you know that there's some people in the room who love David. Okay? But David is honestly one of the most unbelievable men of God that I've ever met in my entire life. Like, this guy is literally incredible. I've only known him for a few months, but the amount of value that he's added, I mean, he'll just call me, he'll drop a few bombs, like a few nuggets, right? And he just goes on his way. And I'm like, that was good. He's such a wise person. He's created a lot of wealth for him and his beautiful wife. And when I showed him what we're doing here with IML, he's the guy, he's one of the people that said, wait, $600 a month? And he started naming all the families and all the friends that he knew he'd be able to help. And some of them are making $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month already. In fact, I'm flying to Trinidad in the morning, and that's one of the individuals that David introduced to this company. So he's coming to the market. We're going to have an event, an opportunity for new people, new customers here Thursday night. Let me make sure I do this right. Thursday, March 16th. Okay, it's a ticketed event. It is going, and good things happen, right? So as long as you have the right intention. So I hear everybody talking. They're like, he had 12.
All right, come on, Jason.
He had 12.
Yeah, amen.
I'll show you what ranking is. So check this out. How many minutes ago so well? So we were like, wait, he's right. So look, check it out. This is how the company works. So you become an independent business owner with iMarkets Live, and every single customer that you introduce, you get $35 one time. What you do with it, you choose. If you want to put that in your trading account, I entice that. I entice you to take the profits from your business and invest the profits. Why? That's the key to wealth. Wealthy people take money from one vehicle, put it in another vehicle, take the money from that vehicle, put it in the next one. Who wants to create wealth?
Yes.
I'm down. You know what's crazy? 97% of the wealth is controlled by 3% of the population.
Yep, that's true.
We're going to make a couple people salty. We're going to ruffle some feathers. Look, so you bring one customer to the company, $35, 100 customers to the company, 100 times 35. I slept through math, so you guys can do it every calculator. Cool. So check this out. This is what I'm excited about. Okay? This is when I've sat down with multiple 8-figure earners, like people that have earned 10 million plus. Okay? And when I showed them the IML business plan, this is when the light bulbs went off. They said, wait, stop there. I've had multi-millionaires tell me to stop at $600 a month. Why? Service to many leads to greatness. So what we can do is say, look, you want to be a customer, be a customer. You want to go out and get your 2, go out and get your 2. But the company says, if you bring us 12, you bring 12 customers to the company, we're going to pay you $150 a week, $600 a month. That's powerful. Because if Jason's here tonight talking to you about the next weight loss fad, you got to bring 45 to make $500 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't talk about any other products, like coffee, shampoo, skin cream. Too far, sorry. That's why they keep me at home 6 days a week. Right? So, just kidding. So, Now, here's the thing. To me, the most valuable piece to everything is just helping the newest person get the Platinum 600 that wants it. My goal, when I tell the newest person, is how do I do it? How do you do it? How do I get to, Chairman 50? How do I get to Chairman 25? How do I get to Chairman 10? I said, create a factory of people getting free services and Platinum 600s. And if you can focus all of your energy, all of your goals, all of your internal force onto helping the newest person, things will happen. I don't sit there worried about when am I going to hit Chairman 100. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, it might be in a week from now. I focus on who's the newest person I can grab hold of and help them go create a success story for themselves. Because $150 a week coming in is a game changer. For some people, it's a life changer. I have a bunch of friends all over the world, and I've got some of them making $600 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, and they say my life has changed. That's more powerful to me than just what I'm doing by myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so look, basically the way that it works is this isn't the exact way to do it, but this is the most pristine way to do it. This is what I focus on that'll help you make this more realistic, right? So if you help 3 individuals, so you're gonna have 12 customers, let's say 3 of them are you identify as leaders or they identify themselves. Most real leaders identify themselves. I'm going to be honest. Most real leaders, you just know that they're leaders because they let it be known. Right? They're the guy that you always know or the girl that you always know that's just always there, asking questions, always there, relevant, always there, using the product, $1,000 a month. You have 3 individuals, 3 leaders, get to $1,000 a month, the company pays you $2,000 a month. You see a pattern. 3 making $2,000, you get to $5,000. Okay, and deep within the 1,000, there's always 3 600s. Does that make sense? So our goal is to always focus on who's the next 600 we can bring. That's this compensation plan in a nutshell. There is no sophistication. Somebody sent me a comp plan 2 years ago when I first really got into building network marketing. Said, hey, I'm in this company, check it out, it's great. I'm like, I have a college degree. I studied compensation plans in direct sales because this is what I love to do. And I don't know what this means. Like it was English, but it was the furthest thing from English. Okay, so my thing is if you can't write, one of my mentors, very successful, told me if you can't explain to somebody how to make a realistic amount of money, $600 a month, on a napkin, then you shouldn't be promoting the business, you should be a customer. With this company, listen, you bring 12, you make $600 a month. So that's it, that's where I stop. We're good? Everybody good? Yeah. Okay, so I don't go all the way down, there's a lot of bonuses, there's a lot of money to be made, but here's the thing. Like I said, 2 different types of people. If you only want to trade Forex, you have every tool you need. Okay, we're talking about 30 plus hours a week of live education that's interactive. We are adding our first female educator. Let's give it up for all the females. She's starting on, this watch is wrong, that's great. She's starting on Monday, I think, the 6th. So Monday the 6th. And she's going to have a channel on IML TV called Forex 101. Her job is going to be, her role, not a job, her role in the company is very simple. She's going to be teaching the very basics of Forex for about an hour. Honestly, I know Daisy by now, she usually teaches for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. She just gets in the zone and she just goes. And so the value there is going to be immense. She's actually recording a Forex 101 video that's going to go up in the academy over the weekend. So look, you're going to be able to go and get very basic education, then you move on to intermediate, and then you go on to advanced. This is what I tell people. Listen, this company gives you the full empowerment, okay, to build a skill set that you can take with you. That was the biggest selling point for me when I actually broke this thing down from like a spiritual, like deeper level, right? I was like, wait a minute. Chris is teaching us how to trade. So he's actually giving me the skill set that nobody can ever take, but that I can walk away from iMarkets Live and go trade by myself, and he has no fear of doing that. Yeah. When a leader does things out of faith, good things happen. Yes. And so with this company, as we're empowering leaders, there's some great testimonials that are in this room tonight. And one of my favorite testimonials is Tamara. She's not here. She's pregnant, so she might be having a baby right now. I don't know. She's very pregnant. But she's been able to learn this skill set, and some of you guys who were here 2 weeks ago heard her testimonial, and I love it because we were at a function probably 2 months ago, and she's like, man, I'm really starting to get it. I've been on IML TV, I'm learning, and I'm ready to go live. Live means you're putting live money in an account, real money in an account. She's like, I'm really starting to grasp what we're doing here. And literally less than 2 months later, she's making money from the markets 3 to 4 days a week consistently because she's built that skill set. And guess what nobody can take from Tamara? The fact that she's learning a skill set.
Yeah.
That's priceless. You can't put a price tag on skills because, look, I spent $60,000 to go to college, and I learned more about partying and how to sneak through class and not get caught than I learned about what I went for. That makes sense? Okay? But I paid $60,000. The original intention was to build a skill set, right? You go to get a job, you're building a skill set. You work with, let's say, your uncle or message from the Holy Ghost saying, get down there and get out of here quick. So, look, a big melting pot for people, and we have the ability now to take this message from South Florida and get it out to the people who really need it outside of the U.S. You know, people in the U.S. need it, but the people in Trinidad who are making an average of $500 to $600 a month, they really need this. The people in Africa who are making $300 to $400 a month, they really need this. And people in South America who are making $200 to $300 a month in some countries, they really need this as well. And so I'm going to talk tonight, first off, about how to get started. Number 2, how to get it free. Everybody like number 2?
Yes.
We like free. You're like, free? Yeah, sign me up. So also I'm going to talk about how you can take this opportunity and actually become a mouthpiece for the company and get paid to do that, right? So again, I always like to say it, don't let Jason make up your mind for what you want to do with this company. I think it's very important that, listen, if you want to trade, trade. If you want to trade and market, trade and market. If you want to market, market, because here's what I know. We've spent, really 15 months with the company, and our whole goal is to create a conveyor belt where the average person can tell their friend about iMarkets Live, get that friend involved, and the X factor is not the person who invited you. Does that make sense? So the person who invited you doesn't need to be the master trader. They don't need to be the master trainer either. All they have to do is show you what it is, and then we put you on the conveyor belt, and you should be able to get the same exact result as the person next to you. That is my goal every morning when I wake up, every morning when I go to sleep. Actually, that is usually when I go to sleep, to be honest. So every morning when I go to sleep, every morning when I wake up 2 hours later. Our goal is very simple. We want to help you win. So, first sign of wanting to help you win, and one of the first reasons why I love iMarkets Live is because every other Forex platform that I've done my research on costs $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. There's a gentleman who I met in the market who paid $56,000 who are friends with some of you guys in IML costs $195. Okay, so look, $195. Who's excited about $195? So when I got some of you guys are like, wait, $195, why do you clap? Listen, when I got started with the company, it was $500 to get started, right? And I was broke, right? I was about 20, and I keep it real. I think that's very, I'm not going to pretend to be something that I'm not. I bought this suit today. A year ago, I was delivering pizza and Chinese food. That's me, okay? But what I realized is that I was broke. I was about $23,000, $24,000 in credit card debt, $45,000 in student loans because I was chasing entrepreneurship without the right vehicle, right? And I was so stubborn because I'm stubborn anyway. So you guys who know me, I'm pretty stubborn. So I said, I'm not going to go back because I have something to prove to myself that I can make it work without having to go work for somebody else, right? When we go to work, we're working for another entrepreneur, and that's not a bad thing as long as that entrepreneur has our intentions at the forefront of what they're doing. Some people go to work a job, and you work there your entire life, and you don't get the love that you deserve. My dad is 63 years old. He hasn't gotten a raise in 10 years, yet he works harder than the 34-year-olds. There's something wrong with that. Guess what? The owners are rolling in the dough. They come up, pull up in the nice cars. They're going to all the baseball games. They're going on vacations. My dad, he's busting it every single day, 6 days a week since the day that I was born to put on for our family. He's working for a different entrepreneur. Right? For me to take chances in life, yes. It's actually more worth it for you to take chances than to not take chances at all. Because most of the time, the people that don't take chances regret it at the back end. Right? The number one regret for most people on the deathbed is that they didn't take enough risks. They didn't take enough chances. They never went skydiving. They never did what they really wanted to do. And so here I am, broke as a joke. Matt calls me. He's like, look, I found this IML thing. Let's get on the Google Hangout with Christopher Terry. And I was like, all right, I'm down. We get on a call with Chris that night. And Chris was like, man, it used to be $500 to start, but we just dropped the price. We're doing a promotion. $195, and I was like, yo, Matt, you want to split it? And he was like, yeah, man, I'm broke too. Like, literally, we were both, Matt's brother's here, so he knows that this is the truth. And we actually split it. I put it on my credit card, and believe me, I was like, collections agency. I was like, yo, make sure I get that, make sure I get that $195. Make sure I get that $195 on time, or else I'm charging you interest. So, listen, we got started with IML because I saw what you guys saw tonight, but here's what's crazy. When we first got into the company, I thought it was an abundance of value, live education, recorded videos, and a harmonic scanner. But since that point, the company has grown exponentially. We're talking about adding swipe trades, which is giving us trades that we can copy and paste on our phone. We now have over 30 hours a week of live education. We have over 50 videos for education that are recorded in the back office. We have daily swing trades that Chris gives us all these trades. And so, you know, this thing has grown exponentially in the last 12 months. And for those of you guys who are here, hearing about it for the first time, I am 1,000% confident that you have every tool in your tool belt that you need to have success in the Forex markets. But the company has a lot of really good perks that coincide with the Forex part of it, because we believe that, number one, traditional marketing doesn't really work anymore. Okay, let's just think with me for a second, because I like to open up people's minds, you know, to like, wow, man, he's actually got a point. I did an internship for one of the top public relations companies for 6 months up in New York City. It's called Taylor PR. Not a really big name, but they work on big name brands, Taco Bell, Diageo, NASCAR, you know, all these different companies, right? Procter & Gamble, which is like Tide and all that stuff. So companies call them and they say, listen, we're stuck. We need you guys to create a commercial. We need you guys to do a campaign. We need to do a charity event. We're going to pay Carmelo Anthony to come promote Jordan brand sneakers so we can get some more people buying Jordans, right? So companies are out there spending a lot of money. But think about the companies that are doing traditional marketing right now. It's Verizon bashing T-Mobile, T-Mobile bashing Verizon, and then Sprint trying to be relevant the whole time, right? And then you've got, hey, if you got Sprint tonight, I don't hate, right? I'm just telling you the truth. Then you've got some pet food companies, and then what? Whatever pill the doctor's trying to get paid for that month so they can sell you on that pill, right? We have this, and this. So most of the commercials are things that you don't really need. But it's things that companies need to be competitive for. You see the Walmart commercial and the Target commercial because they're basically the same thing. So they need to pull you into the brand. We don't need to pull anybody into the brand, so why waste the money trying to figure out how to get people to look at billboards when you're texting and driving? Or get you to listen to the radio when you're ready on Spotify or whatever you're listening to, right? Nobody really listens to the radio anymore. And here's the other thing. Nobody even watches the commercials that are on there unless it's the Super Bowl, because you fast forward through it, you get up, go to the bathroom, make your coffee. You guys get the point. Traditional marketing doesn't speak in 2017. And so what does speak is exactly social proof. Look around the room. We didn't put up a billboard, not a radio, nothing, but this room has well over 100 individuals here to learn about members, and 3 are for guests. So you buy one and you bring 3 guests. Okay, so when you buy, you're basically reserving a spot for 3 individuals to come with you. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so make sure Mike Stotts and his beautiful wife Marlene have the tickets. I suggest getting them now, or in the next few days, get in touch with your leader, your local market leader, and getting those tickets, because I'm telling you right now, 100% chance this event sells out.